And on that topic, let's go to another question here. This is to Tony Solo by himself later in the night.
Who's Tony Solo now? Is he friends with Tony Khan?
No, this is Tony by himself.
Oh, that's so you're saying he's having a romantic interlude.
Well, here is Tony Khan sitting at a table, innocently asked a question by Nick Hausman of Wrestling Inc. I want to say, the last time we played Media Scrum stuff, this guy was the only reporter in the room asking serious questions. So let's go to this one.
Hi, Tony. Nick Hausman, Wrestling Inc. How are you doing?
Good, Nick. Thank you. I'm doing well. Thanks. It's great. It's a hometown show for us.
I know, right? It's wonderful. I'm going to be home in 20 minutes. My question was about somebody the fans are still talking about that we haven't seen on AEW TV since his bombshell promo. That's MJF. Is MJF still with AEW? Like, what is his status with the company right now?
Especially after the great show we did. I'm not going to comment on it, but it's a fair question to ask. But I'm not going to cover that one right now. Thanks, Nick. Do you have another question you want to ask? Since I was sure. No, I didn't want you to waste up your question. Let me. Do you have it with a follow up, Nick? Sure, it's okay. What is it?
All right, let me stop right there for a second. So he still won't comment on the MJF thing. What do you think of that?
Here's the thing. There's always been, whenever someone has tried to really close up all the loopholes in the logic and make something really appear to be a shoot, the one thing that usually bites you in the ass is you either don't go away or don't go away for any length of time, that somehow this perpetrator of all these alleged shoot incidents is still on the TV or allowed in the fucking building or whatever. That's not the case here, but the flip side is it could cool off, because there was a lot of buzz and a lot of talk when it happened. MJF was so hot and coming off the pay-per-view, will he or won't he? And he did, but then he did the promo, fire me, you fucking Mark, whatever. What's real, what's not. He really does feel that way, we think, but now possibly they're venting it on television. But now if there's not something, then I'm afraid it's going to start cooling off. And yes, whenever he shows back up, if he shows back up, the people will react, but I'm wondering if we're getting the timing right. Has it been long enough that it looks like a shoot and it's really something that happened? Or is it been so long that the bloom is starting to come off of it? And then how does he reappear? And, if it's in some way where he plausibly reappears to try to hijack the program or do some kind of unscheduled incident and fuck with Tony and or the company, then that's going to be great. But if he comes back because lawyer Mark Sterling got him an injunction or something, then I don't know.
Well, let's go back to this. I said that this guy last time asked the only serious questions. He did not get his MJF question answered here. Let's go to the follow-up.
Thanks. Thanks, Nick.
The other thing is I wanted to bring a little bit of the real world into this right now, another non-Forbidden Door question, but obviously on Friday there was a big Supreme Court ruling. A big topic of conversation is if employers are going to be paying for women under their employee to be going across state lines.
Now let me stop this for 1 second. At this point in the Media Scrum, the official AEW video feed of the Media Scrum, it appears that one of the security guards somehow took over the feed, or half of the feed. So half of the screen is Tony Khan drinking his non-alcoholic beer, and the other half is a security guard filming himself. It goes away rather quickly, but that's what you'll be hearing here at the noise.
If the situation does arise, is that something that you would be willing to do for female members of the roster or people that are under your employ?
Hasn't come up. I don't know. That situation hasn't come up. And honestly, since last Friday, we've been working on Forbidden Door almost nonstop. So that situation has never come up. So I can't say. But sorry not to answer either of your questions, Nick.
So fuck you, Nick.
Yeah, Nick, you're the only one asking serious questions. I'm not going to answer any of them.
Yeah, I won't answer any of your serious questions, but I will talk about the theme music all day long. And here you go, Mick. And Nick, here's a nice order of fish heads for you. Here's the thing. I believe that he should have answered that question. Tony should have, because I'm thinking already now this can be a benefit. For example, I'm in favor. I heard somebody say, because I'm in favor of retroactive abortions, and I heard somebody say that our little dog Pockets is about 35 years old. So I think instead of 6 weeks or third trimester or 18 weeks, how many, I think we ought to have AEW legalize retroactive abortions up to 35
will you
years.
Stop it? Will you stop it?
And then
That's a horrible idea.
It would improve the television program and the talent roster immensely.
Well, you're being silly there, but on that topic,